Je dirais qu'il est un peu fruité, du coup.
Je trouve ça différent.
Yeah, the bubbles are really fine.
La bulle est fine, agréable.
Very drinkable on a lovely French day.
We're in the heart of Champagne country at one of the region's biggest champagne festivals. And we're going undercover to find out if the French will love English sparkling wine as much as we do. And yes, it could all go very wrong. To make sure this mission succeeds, I've come to Ridgeview Winery in Sussex because if anything can take on champagne, it's their sparkling wine.
What makes Ridgeview so special is that we obviously have our vineyards, so we've got Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier here, but we also work with growers all over southern England, and each of those vineyards brings a very specific flavour profile. So when you combine them all together, when we blend the wines, we've got lots and lots of layers of complexity. We have a limestone ridge that if you actually follow that geologically under the channel goes into the North Paris Basin and into Champagne. So the soil is very similar. When we started, English wine didn't really have a particularly good reputation because I think people were growing the wrong varieties and making the wrong style of wines. When my dad started to plant Ridgeview, he looked at Champagne as our nearest neighbour. So with the soil and the climate being very similar, it just made sense that should be the style of wine that we should make. When we first started, I think people just couldn't believe anyone was making wine in England. But the key is, as soon as they tasted the wines and they could see the quality, then they just loved it.
How would you describe your English sparkling wines to someone?
So Ridgeview wines are very fruit-driven. The fruit in the vineyard is the most important thing, and we want that to come through in the wine. So when you taste our wines, hopefully you'll think they're really accessible with lots of complexity, but the fruit is the most important thing.
We know how good this bottle of English sparkling wine is, but I'm also taking a bottle of this. Pomeroy, of course, are the famous champagne, but they now have a vineyard in England and are producing an English sparkling wine. Our next stop is Champagne, and who knows what's going to happen. We're in Champagne at the Route de Champagne Festival, and the nerves are kicking in.
Alors, la Route du Champagne, c'est un festival pour les amoureux de Champagne. C'est le paradis des amateurs de Champagne. Cet événement pour la région, c'est le premier événement no touristique en Champagne. Un moment de grande convivialité, c'est un moment où on célèbre vraiment le Champagne et c'est un moment qui est très attendu par les visiteurs du monde entier. Je dis à tout le monde, venez chez nous, il y a des paysages magnifiques, il y a des vignerons sympathiques, des savoir-faire exceptionnels, mais la star absolue, ça reste le produit. Le champagne, c'est un produit magique qui n'a pas d'équivalent. En tout cas, voilà, il y a des effervescents partout, y compris en Angleterre, mais il y a un petit supplément d'âme peut-être certainement sur le champagne.
We now know how important this festival is and how much the people here love champagne. So let's see if we can make them fall in love with English sparkling wine too. So to recap, I've got 2 bottles of English sparkling wine here, and we're going to see what the festival goers make of it. Hopefully we'll get some good feedback.
Très très bon. Il y a pas mal de bulles.
J'aimerais bien pour l'apéritif.
Very drinkable on a lovely French day.
Je dirais qu'il est un peu fruité.
The taste is quite subtle.
Il est bon, il est un petit peu fruité. Il attaque pas le palais. Ouais, franchement, il est bon.
Je vois pas où est le piège, ça m'inquiète.
So this is the wine, it's English sparkling wine, Ridgeview.
Very nice, very nice. We are from England, so it's representing. I approve.
How does it compare to the champagnes you've had?
More complexity in terms of the flavour, we would say, rather than being like fruity in your face. There's a bit more of like added texture.
I shouldn't say it here, but I think I preferred this one than all the other one I had it here.
For me, I don't take any care of what is written on the bottle. For me, it's what is inside the glass.
Je peux le montrer au public? It's very good. Very good.
Je vais peut-être changer mon avis alors. Et je vous le conseille, même si en tant que Française, je conseille les vins et les champagnes français.
Vraiment super. C'est super agréable, c'est frais, la bulle est bonne. On est au moins dans la bonne moyenne par rapport à ce qu'on a goûté aujourd'hui. Franchement, c'est super agréable. Donc vous devriez le vendre ici, tout de suite.
C'est-à-dire les vignerons qui font le champagne. Les vignerons qui font le champagne sont forcément curieux de tous les effervescents qui sont produits dans le monde. En France déjà, et puis évidemment en Angleterre, surtout qu'on sait qu'il y a une veine géologique qui est semblable à la veine géologique champenoise. Donc il y a forcément une curiosité naturelle et un profond respect pour les effervescents du monde et ceux d'Angleterre, évidemment.
I think we've surprised a few people here today and even changed some of their opinions. I'm happy because I know that this is some of the best English sparkling wine that you can buy.
We make some really good wines, and it's really nice to be validated like that, so that's exciting.